May I request all of you to have your cameras on? I want to see how many of you are still driving. Okay, good to see you all. So how is everyone doing? Thoughts? Priyal is very happy. What happened?
Logical conjectures helped me a lot and everything goes as planned. So I'm very happy about it.
Okay, good. What worked? What didn't work? Anyone else? Any thoughts? Let's check with Himanshu. Go on.
Sir, your AI version was in my head, so I was smiling a lot and it helped me a lot. Other than the paper, it was a thing that I remembered. Every time someone comes into the room, my mind would go like one cockroach entered, second cockroach entered, and that was there in my mind. So it was more of a fun than the exam. And related to exam, I'm certain about CSAT, so I don't have to worry about that. Regarding the GS1, I think I would give 1% chance to the UPSC. So if they do something really out of the world, otherwise it should be done.
Okay, good. Good to know this. Soumya, after you.
Yes, so I think I agree with Himanshu. Like, your mini AI version was in my head, and every time I was reading the questions, I was like telling myself, calm down and read the question. And especially for CSAT, because I have this fear of math, it's actually something that helped me in the first 5 minutes of looking at the paper. I looked at a few maths questions, and it made me really anxious. And that's when I reassessed my anxiety and took a deep breath. I said, this is not going to you know waste the effort that I've put in, and it actually helped me overcome. And I was fighting to the last minute, and I'm actually really proud of what I was able to do. So thank you.
Well, that is amazing and that is important. Fighting until the last minute, last second, last question. As long as you're doing that, I am extremely, extremely proud of each one of you. And don't transcend me to just an AI version. Say, sir, your soul was with us. Okay, Hamshini, off to you. I cannot hear you. Let's try to unmute again. Not working. I really want to talk to you because I want to understand the comparisons last year to this year. Because I think Soumya's was the first attempt, no? Yeah. Okay, so we'll can come back again, Hamshini. And whenever you're ready, just raise your hand. Okay. Anaswi?
So you were talking about comparisons. So this was my third attempt, and I have a lot of differences. This time I was very confident, and everybody is saying about your AI version and everything. Especially this time, the questions, the three statement questions were a lot of there. And in middle of the exam, I realized that this is something different. But your voice came to my head. You said that we are preparing for chaos, and I realized that others might fumble, they might panic. But I was very calm, and I read every question till the last word of the last option, and my efficiency was exactly same. I am really confident about CSAT. I was done with CSAT in 1.5 hour only. Last 30 minutes, I solved those questions, which were taking a lot of time. And even for the paper one, last one, I used to solve just 80, 85 maximum. This time I went in with the mindset that I pick up all the 100 questions, and I think I solved 95 plus questions. I'm very happy.
Oh, that's
Thank
good.
you. Thank you
Very
so much for
nice.
everything.
Wonderful. Don't thank me yet, because now the real battle will begin. Okay. And that is the battle that I really care about. This time it's going to be different. Parmanand, after you.
Uh, Good evening, sir. I have two things to say. First, whatever you say that your soul was there, I could relate it because back in the mind there was questions and I don't know what was the answer, but I could remember from the lecture, oh, this is what Gandhiji said during the civil disobedience movement during for the question of
The
the
questions were around non-cooperation, right?
yeah, and there
Couple
was
of
also
questions.
yes, there were two to three questions, and also you were talking about how like when people are in their bad mental state or physically they are not good, how they perform well. I thought what exactly they go through. I understood that human mind is all about two instincts, that human instincts, and one is survivability. So it has to survive, so it has to do everything in its best capability to do it. And today I felt that because I didn't sleep well, and in the first paper I was calm and I did attempt questions, but there were some questions I was taking risk and few questions went wrong. But in the second one, my head was just blasting and I was not able to concentrate. But somehow I made myself relax. And then later on, whatever you said about that, what do you say? I forgot his name, the cricketer. I could remember his like how he did it. So somehow I just managed for the second paper CSAT. I rest my head for 30 minutes and I was back in the game. I was able to read the comprehensions. I solved every 27 like passages, and then I went for logic and maths. So
Okay.
it was good comparative.
Good. But do tell me more about your GS, because I know you all will clear CSAT, but with GS, how things are. How much did you attempt? What are your thoughts? Tanmay, go on.
Hello, sir. Apologies for any kind of noise which you might hear because I'm still on the road. Other than that, of course, like
Just
you
be
just
safe.
said, yeah, it's not me. I mean, like I gave the vehicle to my father just now before the
Because
meeting
if you have an
started.
FIR register, then it could be concerning.
I know. Yes. So, okay. So, CSAT was just like you said, absolutely, cruised it. I cruised through CSAT. I attempted 43, I think, with the accuracy of 41, I suppose. That's okay. But what happened in GS was, well, on the last meet that I asked a question about, the mind being in the. So I'll tell you the context first. The thing was, I could not attempt a few questions. Why was that? Because my mind was going back to the method that I was following through for 24, 25 days of, analyzing each question. And because I was not taking care of the time when I was doing that, all those 25, 26 days, my mind at times went back to that. And because of that, I wouldn't say because of that, it's still my oversight, and I still have to see how many I have attempted because I'm still on the road and I have not checked it. But I think I have missed at least 7 questions, which I could have attempted. So I think I should have, gone for those time attacks as well, as in I should have set we were analyzing, right? But I should have gone for solving as well, because before the exam, I mean, as practice, so that
Okay. Just to check,
my mind is in that.
did you attempt 93 questions then?
No. I did not. I attempted 89, I think. 89. I think I missed 11.
That's a good number. Don't stress. If
so the thing is,
Mhm.
yeah, that's fine. But the thing is, like, I could not read all the 11 rest of 11 questions. That is problematic.
Yeah.
That's what I felt. That's very bad because I could not even read them because my mind was going back to analyzing it. And in the last 30 minutes of my exam, I attempted more questions than I attempted in the first 30 minutes. So I took that chaos. I was smiling, of course, but I took that chaos and I used it in the last 30 minutes. I attempted a lot of questions, and I still have to check. I think 89, 88, but I'll check and I'll let
Just
you know.
let us know, how things are. Okay. But good. Thank you so much, and just be safe for now. Hamshini is back. Go on, Hamshini.
Aman, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I actually don't know how I did the paper because I was basically analyzing the questions. I was not solving questions in the exam. It didn't feel like an exam to me. I just felt like I was like, at home just trying to solve, to analyze one question of the other, trying to make conjectures. And one thing that really helped me was you telling us to be calm no matter what people spoke inside the hall. The invigilators who came in my hall were constantly talking about where they studied, what they were doing, which university. And they were just going on and on and on. They just did not shut up. And that did not affect me at all. And if it was last year, I would have actually gotten up and asked them to keep quiet. Like I get distracted. But this today, it was like, it didn't bother me at all in both the papers. I attempted 85 questions this time. I didn't find time. If I had had like 5 minutes, I would have maybe answered like 3 or 4 more questions. But I didn't want to hurry through in the last 1, 2, 3 minutes I had. So I think 85 is pretty okay for my 65 this time. So, and I really liked how the question paper was. Like it was way better than last time. Honestly, for me at least, I don't know if it's just because I had more clarity on the subject, or the way I analyzed questions, like, which I didn't do last time. This time, I think that really helped. And question papers, I had like I think 4 or 5 questions came from the questions I had analyzed. Like directly the same concept, the same question, exactly the same, just a very minor changes. But I think it was a decent paper, I guess, and I'm not going to be overconfident this time like last time that I definitely will clear, because I'm still going to hold on to UPSC for at one question. But I think I have a good, fair chance this time. But I'm happy with what I've done.
Fantastic. Good. And yeah, I think UPSC is UPSC. But let me come back to that thought. It could be a bad joke otherwise. So I'll come back to it. Payodhi, after you.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I want to first of all thank you so much, because I could see 5 direct questions from the classes. Like the case with me was till 10th of May, I was watching lectures and I was through on them. And that sodium iodide question was there direct. There was governor's question, which was direct, and there were multiple more. So it was just the classes which was going in front of my eyes while I was solving those questions. And in my heart, I was just like, I am so thankful that I watched through the lectures till the last date. So the lectures were just like holy grail for me. And about the attempt, I was not sure that I will be able to solve 60 questions like first through without going through back again. So in the first iteration, I solved 60 questions. And in the second one, in which I was not a bit sure, or I had to give 2-3 minutes to solve it. I solved like 13 more questions. So my attempt was like 70, somewhat 74, 75. And about CSAT, I am not good at maths, not at all. So I didn't saw the maths question in the first go. I know my strength was reading comprehension. So I went with the thing what you said in the class, that pick up on the thing which you have as your strength. I solved all the RC questions in like first 1 hour and checked them once more. And then I went to the logical reasoning and mathematics. And I was able to solve like next 10 more questions with them. So I completed CSAT also fairly with like 39 questions, 40 questions.
Okay, good. And by the way, I'm glad that you say so, that certain questions can be directly from the classes. But to be honest, I don't care about that. There could be 0 questions, there could be 15 questions, could be 55 questions. I don't care about that. It's useless. Because now is the time when many useless folks on YouTube will also claim such nonsense. 90 questions came from a booklet. I think I stumbled upon one of the videos where Instructor was talking about, let's look at this video 11 months ago. If you had watched this video, you would have understood the pattern change of UPSC. So please ignore all that. It's ridiculous. We have never prepared for that noise. We will never prepare for that noise. Our fundamental is simple. We will focus on building strong foundations. That's layer 1. We did that through our foundational episodes. And then we do relentless practice. That is important. When you are doing those practices, you are then applying the foundations. whatever you would have learned in your mocks as well, especially current affairs, you would have learned better on your own. Why? Because you've gone through the foundations. Our goal is to work on the power of conjectures. Memorization should end. Connect dots, deduce things. Even when we do not know the exact answers to, let's say, 60% of questions, we need to stay calm, think logically, eliminate smartly, and more important, land on the right answer. That's the goal. That's what we're focusing on. I don't care about how many things came from the classes. I'm sure many things would have come. All was part of syllabus. In questions, you would see all those things anyway. The beauty lies in laziness. Were you able to make conjectures or not? Were you able to answer questions where you had no clue? That's what I care about. But good to know this, Payoti. Classes are gold, I know. The foundational episodes are gold. You cannot miss that. You could solve millions of questions, but if not done foundational episodes, those millions of questions are useless. Therefore, steps are important. Step 1, foundation. Step 2, the test papers. And of course, then PYQs thereafter. Deepak, off to you.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Sir, actually, I have attempted, I think, more than 95 question in GS and 50 question in CSAT. And I think your methods have really helped me scoring in GS. And this time I'm very sure that I will be clearing prelims.
Good. Now we will change that language. Clearing prelims.
Okay, sir. And sir, your especially one that you have told, like last day you have to solve 7 to 8 PYQs in a single day. So I did, and it really helped me a lot. And others also, like those vision test, direct questions. Thank you, sir.
Good. And you're already in services, right? In some service?
Yes, Indian Railway Service.
Railways, okay. Let's hope for the IAS this time, or IFS. Okay, good. Let's check with Myra. After you.
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. Sir, first thing that I think you would like to hear is that I took a lot of risk. I attempted 92 questions this time, and I went all out in both the papers. So this is something that I felt good about. And after giving the second paper, I checked few of the questions which I was doubtful about. So I most of them are correct. As if UPSC doesn't mess up with the answer key, so hoping for the best. And for paper 2 as well, I have attempted around plus 45 plus questions around this, and it was doable. So just telling you that something that was always in my head was that Naman is saying that take more risk, you have to solve more questions. So I just went on with that.
No, but I have also spoken, do not take those blind risks.
No, sir, not the blind risk. I left out the questions.
Conjecture-driven risks.
Yeah, I left
Okay.
out the questions where I couldn't eliminate even. I could not even eliminate one of the options. But apart from that, I attempted all the ones that I could.
Okay, good. We'll discuss the next steps in a few minutes. Let's check with. I will speak with everyone today. Whosoever is raising hand. This could be delayed, but I would want to speak to everyone. You worked very hard, and love to hear your thoughts. Devasuni?
Yeah, hello everyone. Sir, so first thing when I was going to give exam, when I woke up today, I sent you an email and I wrote about how we respond to situations, not react. And it in your message itself in the WhatsApp, I saw it and I felt like this is it. So I'll give those mantras inside my mind whenever I'm in exam hall or in those situations. And today, my exam hall is near the governor's residence in the heart of Impal in the city. And there were some clashes between the protesters and the police and the forces that were trying to drive out those protesters also. And it happened, I think, before the second paper. And in the first paper, when it was about to end, the rain were like raining. It was raining cats and dogs, and we were able to go out of the exam hall in the rain itself because we had waited for like 10-20 minutes in the hall after exam, but it was not going down, and the situation was tense. I knew that it might happen, and it did happen. And there were tear gas that were shot, and the smokes and all. It was disturbing, but I responded well. I would like to say that it's because of how you prepare us in those prelims classes, in the foundation classes too. We learned a lot, but those classes kept us straying, and I think I managed to do it very calmly. And for the first paper, I took a lot of conjecture making processes in choosing the answers itself, because many of the current affairs questions, they were not like very much. I didn't know exactly the details, but I could get into the conjecture from the limited knowledge that I had. And for the paper two, I did fairly well, I think, because I was good at it beforehand also. And when I did check and try to do the maths and got to the answer, it was doable and it was easy. But the attempt that I did this time, it was different because I had been a part of the Misfits family for less than 1 year, so it's the previous attempt is totally different. I was very distracted, and this time I also took a lot of risks, not in blind risks, but educated guesses like that because of your advice. And last time I attempted around 70 questions, but this time I think 85 to 90 I attempted, and with very cautious risks, and I did a lot better. So thank you.
Okay, good to hear this. I'm loving it so far in terms of how things are happening. Dhananjay, go on. This is a passenger seat you're sitting in?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Passenger seat. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes,
Am
good
I
evening.
audible?
Yes, you're audible.
So, sir, paper went well. Actually, better than what I expected it to be. It was my first attempt, and like for like past 3 or 4 days, I was like looking back and seeing that how there were many gaps in my knowledge. I mean, my knowledge I found that was not very consolidated, and it was giving me some anxiety, some kind of despair. But like till last night, I had like totally. I was not even entertaining the idea that I will clear this exam, but so like I kind of made up my mind that it is highly likely that I might not clear it, and so I was like planning to like what I would do after it, and some other exam that I was going to prepare to. In November, there's going to be an Games exam. So, but yeah, there was not any pressure on me when I went to the examination hall, and I was very anxious for that matter. So the paper went well, and way better than what I was expecting. It was like some 7 days ago, I tested last year's paper, and I thought that I'm not like how do I say it? I'm not confirmed on like 20 or 30% paper, but like in this paper, I can say that like 60% questions, I can say that I'm like totally confirmed that I will get those right. And apart from that, I made some good conjectures and took some good guesses. So overall paper went well. And CSAT, yeah, I'm going to clear that. So, yeah.
Okay, good. Good to see you smile, and let's hope for the best. By the way, best is not clearing prelims. Best would come later. But yeah, it's the first step, and we have to ensure that that happens to begin with. Ankit, what's up?
Yeah, hi sir. Hi everyone. Actually, it didn't go as planned for me because I woke
Scaring
up.
me.
No, not the exam. The day was very scary for me. I got
Okay.
loose motions in the morning, and then I cannot eat. Like I haven't eaten yet, but still, I did attempt all the questions. And since I've given previously also like a few attempts, 2 attempts, so I could see the difference in the pattern of the exam. Like there were a few questions that were different from the previous years. But yeah, it did. I have this feeling that I did very well. In terms of history, that was my weak link because I couldn't remember names in ancient history. But this time around, I got almost all of them right because because of the episodes, purely because of the episodes. I didn't read anything else, just the NCERT, Tamil Nadu NCERT, and I solved the MCQs that are given in that book, and they were all the questions were probably more or less covered in those MCQs given in the NCERT. Yeah, and environment and science and tech, it was a bit dicey, I guess. Like there were a lot of statements, and like even the power of conjecture making won't help if you if you're not aware about certain terms or like no, not certain terms, but technology. Like I know that I did that explosive question wrong because I was not aware. I thought it was rocket fuel. There were three names, codified names given. So overall, it was good. I am hopeful for CSAT. I am good at maths and English both, so it's pretty much covered. I did more than 60 questions, I guess, and in GS1, I did attempt all of them. I made a blunder in the beginning of the exam. Like at the sixth question, I eliminated the option. I ticked the right answer, and then I fucked up in my OMR. So that kind of
You were not carrying the AI model with you.
I was carrying, sir, but
What
it was
happened?
I'm in this habit of like marking on the OMR as soon as I solve the question, and it was like my stomach it started aching, and then I was a bit distracted. I guess, but later I covered it up. Like I thought this is the only mistake that you're going to make in this exam. I didn't make any other mistakes. Yeah.
Good, good. Let's hope for the best. Janani, please tell me some good news.
Good evening, sir. So, yeah, the exam actually went well. I did perform much better than what I did last year. And so, uh, I would say that it's been 1 year since our GS classes got over, and I can't tell you how relevant it was even this year, like how much it helped me. Even though I didn't revise through the lectures, I still remember the moments where we used to discuss certain things, especially economics and modern history. Modern history, though, I didn't study only, but still the way we had covered it helped me a lot. And the kind of mentality that you've been grooming us in the last 1 month uh, kind of just came all the way. But the paper was quite lengthy. I didn't have time to breathe also in between the paper. I didn't know when it started, when it ended. It was just one question after the other, one question after the other. But I've attempted more than 90 questions, and CSAT was also very good. There's nothing, no doubt that I'll be clearing it. So I hope to clear this time. So yeah, thank you.
So what was the number of attempts last year?
I attempted around 75 questions last year. This
Okay.
year, my risk-taking ability has been increased because of you. So let's see.
Okay. Hope those were the worthy risks. And yeah, all the best. Ranveer, you look sad.
For GS, it was really good. I did 95 plus. I eliminated, any question, if I'm able to eliminate one option, I think I took the risk to attempt that question, and I'm sure for getting most of them right. But what happened with CSAT is that by the time, like by 3:25, 3:30, this guy tried to talk to me about some pen, and I don't know what happened. And when he was doing that, invigilator thought that I was trying to copy, and I don't know. So they just took both of our papers, and I don't know. They were like, you were copying, and you should not talk. And how do you how do you see yourself as your UPSC aspirants? And I said that he was just trying to ask me about the pen, and I already have them. So, and I don't know. He just probably didn't give me back. But a good thing is that I'm sure about the number of questions I attempted. I did around 33, 34. But I'm really sure because in the first hour, I had this strategy that I'll do only the short questions for first 1 hour, and then I'll do the medium and hard questions. So probably I think I did a good amount of passes. So I'm sure I'll get 23, 24 right on that. I did some good logic part as well. So there were 1 or 2
So you
questions.
were not able
And
to
even
attempt the entire
maths.
paper for CSAT. They took your paper.
Yeah. So
That's the problem that, I am really concerned about. The minute you give power to idiots in our country, they misuse it. They have no empathy, they have no regard for empathy. They just want to misuse it. Such a trust deficit society it's becoming. Should change. When it takes a year for someone to endless nights to be in that position, just because you're given some power for a day, you are misusing it. Let's hope things work out, and if needed, write to my team with more details. We'll see if we can legally take this up. Okay, Ranbir. Ishan, you were
Hi,
much
sir.
happier last time.
Sorry?
You looked much happier last time.
No, in fact, I'm much happier this time.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, I think I attempted 87 questions in GS in paper one. And last year, I attempted somewhere around 75 plus. So I've attempted more. And I know that I'm not going to be left in the few edge of GS cutoff. I'm going to be clearing it by a good distance. So last year's 2-3 marks wala thing won't happen this year. But there is one thing that I felt was CSAT was very lengthy, and a lot of low-hanging fruits such as syllogisms, calendars, or Venn diagram, stuff like that, which I had prepared for and which a lot of PYQs were also asked from, stuff like that were totally omitted by UPSC this year. So based on that, I attempted around 44, 45 questions. But I feel this time there will be a huge gap in reading comprehensions because a lot of reading comprehensions had subjective options. So even more compared to 2023 and 2024. So 2025's CSAT had a lot of subjective reading comprehension options, which I feel might affect the cutoff. But considering that I've attempted around 40 plus, I am guessing I'll at least cross 67 in CSAT. But GS, no matter what the cutoff, I'm clearing it.
Okay, good. So happy to hear this. We'll talk about the next steps in the end. So stay put until the end on what we must do, we need to do. Who else is Vishnu?
Hi, Naman sir. Feeling so positive. I slept very well. I actually slept for 9 hours, and I took a nap for 1 hour in the afternoon also. And questions I attempted 92 questions. So I'm feeling so positive. After I checked also to a couple of questions which seemed to so tough, the chess question and the explosive question and all, I made it right. The other question also, I made a lot of conjectures. And really, your voice was going inside my head itself. I didn't even for one question, I didn't panic. Even when I start panic, I'm feeling your voice that you're saying that don't panic, you should be confident and all. I was hearing your voice throughout the examination. Thank you.
Fantastic, Vishnu. Good to hear this. Who else is left? Sai?
This time I am happy about my attempt. I am attempted 84 questions. By comparing to last year, I have attempted 74 like that. This time it was very good. I think conjecture driven mind, and particularly the last 1 month, which you are telling that to keep your mind, physical strength, mentally you are keeping stable. It helped me a lot, and for diet also, which I have planned, it worked this time very good. And CSAT also I have compared to the last time. This time I have done 45 questions around. I am clearing that. So I am expecting that this time very good result.
I'm really hoping because of people like you in this community, all of you, cutoffs may rise. But but okay. We should be the ones benefiting from all that fiasco. Swami, if you have a point to add?
So I actually have a question that's very, very subjective and maybe even stupid, but like I can ask it later if you
Sure,
should I go ahead?
let's do it later then.
Okay, yeah.
Jyotsna?
Hi, congratulations everyone. My exam, as in who I was during the exam, I think I was amazing. To be very honest, after class 12th, this was the first time that I was like, you know what, I can do it. You know what, I can do it. Not even for once, I was like, oh, it's not happening. The sad part, there is a sad part, sadly, is that I was very groggy because of some medicines that I had to take. And I was forgetting facts like when did fine came to the whose reign was fine was in India. Like I was completely blank. Even after reading, I just couldn't get to one answer. There was this question about pineapples in guava, like the Portuguese bit. And then I was just sitting there and I was like, what about guava? What about guava? What about guava? I don't know why that happened. I mean, I think I didn't do the revision properly. I just can't make the thing about my factual errors that I've made on my paper. I've really not gone through the paper yet because after coming, I could sense that, factually, I think I've made mistakes. And I was like, I have to keep it aside because I need to focus on my CSAT exam. So yeah, that is what happened during my GS. But I'm happy because 1.5 hours, I had read everything. And one thing about me is that I get so consumed by one question. And when I see that I'm not performing well, I think that, this is not for me. This is not me. I can't do this. But yeah, so that was great. I don't know what the result gonna be, but I am happy with the progress that I've made with this chaos. The CSAT paper, sir, again, my maths is weak. I hate maths. So I first went to the passage thing. The passages went really well for me. But then again, the grogginess was hitting me. So, like one of my friend here, I have made a mistake where I've, ticked the wrong thing on the OMR sheet. Like twice I've done that. So yes, that is what has happened. Exam result wise, I'm scared. I don't know what I did. But as a person, as somebody who never thought that, somebody who can study, like I was all about just being out, I'm happy with how I was sitting there. I'm just happy with that fact. So I hope that counts for something.
Okay, we'll talk about it. I'm a little disappointed that that the OMR issue. See, the thing is, in any exam, there will be certain questions where you think you know the answer, you are forgetting the facts, and you may end up marking it wrong. But there will also be around 5-6 questions where you would have made conjectures thinking it could be a wrong conjecture, but turned out that's the correct answer. You will always have, that element in every exam. So, you should not let those things get into your head. But more importantly, I'm a little disappointed that we're making that basic error, that we know the answer, we have gotten to the right answer and filling in the wrong bubble. That is suicidal for an examination like UPSC. And therefore, I'm very concerned how and what will happen. I really hope we clear it. Yeah, but let's hope for the best. Sean?
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, actually, this is my very first attempt, and I attended every prelims class session of yours, and those sessions are really goals. So literally, without them, it's not possible. In the prelims, in the GS paper, I attempted around 90 to 93 question, and it just works. Like you shared the strategy video, like you have to attempt 100 question, and it worked for me. Like the conjecture process, and I was so calm in the exam, and I hope I will clear. And also CSAT I performed well, sir. Comprehension I did so well. Reasoning quants I did decently well. So I hope I will clear.
I hope that I will receive all your emails that cleared it. So looking forward to that day. Pratigna, after you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. First thing that I would like to say is if prelim sessions were not there, I wouldn't be in this position which I'm right now. I performed decently well in both the papers. I attended 85 plus in paper 1 and around 45 plus in CSAT. So I'm pretty sure, and this is my first attempt, and I never thought I would be in this place. All those practices which you made us inculcate really gave me a good result today. Be it eating habits, because I stringently followed, especially what to eat and when to eat and what not to eat, and subtracting the negativities from life. And I'm sure it will go a long way throughout my life. Thank you, sir.
Oh, fantastic. Kalpana?
Good evening, sir. So I have 2 points to make. Two things that worked out for me was silence and chaos. So the silence is having so much of power I never knew. Past 1 month, I'm practicing it diligently, and also the food. I also restricted my diet to whatever you said. I didn't take the carbs, so it literally helped me. Like I was studying and analyzing all those questions, and I was not sleepy. And I was just thinking, whenever I'm going for like a walk and something, I will also thinking about those things. So these two things were outstanding. And if you would have remembered, before it was too much of chaos all these months before. So the advice around the making adversity an opportunity and sustaining the chaos, it also helped me a lot, sir. Professionally, personally, even with my parents also. So second thing is about my paper, sir. Sir, CSAT, I attempted 35 plus questions. Sir, I'm disappointed with my GS attempts. I was having time crunch. So 65 around something I have attempted in GS. So I'm not really sure of. I felt time crunch, so I could not do.
Okay. Let's see what happens. See, I am having a pretty messed up life, to be honest. Very chaotic. You are the only people keeping me sane. So I'm very happy and glad to have you all in my life. So I'm going to be giving my 1,000 times because I am living a very boring life. You bring in the excitement. So it gives me great joy to be of any help going forward in this journey. And I really look forward to our mains classes also. Because I want to see your faces, seeing, how the entire journey will then transform you. But yeah, until we talk about that, still there are a few folks I would love to catch up on them. Muskan?
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, so for me, I was really happy that it began with economy questions. I was really hoping that there would be a lot of questions from economy and polity, and there were many questions which I thought were free 2 marks as well.
and many familiar questions from the mock test. So, like till the last question, I was able to keep my mind calm. I had sustained energy. I was really happy with it. And although if there is one thing that I'm disappointed with a little is that I did not have time to revise once again till the end. So I am afraid that even though I marked some of the questions on the paper, maybe I did not mark it on the sheet. But then till the 80th question, like I'm sure that I did, and in the end as well, what I knew, I was sure that I marked them. So I do think that I did well. I just hope that I did well to qualify to write the mains. And with CSAT as well, I attempted 45 questions, and I was again really happy that topics that I revised and focused on, like cube and number system, those were the ones that came in math. I was like very picky with what I wanted to pick up on. And yeah, that and lots of comprehension and reasoning. So I'm confident with CSAT.
Okay, let's hope that we clear prelims and then start a very exciting journey for mains and of course interviews thereafter. Shashi?
Yeah, hi sir, hi everyone. So today, in the first thing I remembered was in the exam hall, there was a lot of chaos. Firstly, they didn't allow my water bottle. Secondly, the guy sitting next to me, he was shouting that his bench was not proper. So he was asking for the exchange, and the invigilator was not agreeing for that. So and I immediately closed my eyes and I'm like, okay, remember the eye of the cyclone. Okay, surrounding your okay, I is surrounded by a lot of chaos, but still it maintains calm. So I remember that, and in every step, I was like, okay, you have to take this risk. You have to take this risk for your answer, for your attempt, and so yeah, I attempted more than 90, and I'm pretty much confident about GS. And coming to CSAT, I attempted nearly 37 or 38, which I've taken limited risk in the CSAT because of the higher proportion of negative marks that it has. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'll clear prelims.
Okay, good. Now, from here onwards, if anyone is hoping that they will clear prelims, we'll start saying that this year we'll clear the examination. That is what's going to happen. I don't care what's the preparation level right now for mains. It's my duty to work with you. My only request would be that you follow through on whatever we discuss and decide thereafter. Ishan, so I have PSIR and GS under my control. If your optional is different, then of course that's your responsibility. Then I'll take care of GS. Ishan.
Okay, so sir, this was my first attempt, and I have joined the community in February, but still I have attempted around 70 questions. So I don't know like whether I will clear this. I will clear this prelims, but still I'm like so much confident about my next attempt.
Don't be scared with the other folks here. They're just raising the cutoff for rest of India. The rest of India would not have attended so many. Okay, so who knows? You might end up clearing the examination this time around. Sandra?
Hi, sir. Dhoni, Yuvraj, and Dravid were literally within me. I mean, there was chaos all around me, but I was in my zone. I did not just care about it. It was me against each question. It was just like that. There was heavy rain. I had a headache in my second paper, and there were people. I could literally see cockroaches. I don't mean to demean them, but I could see them just chatting and wasting their energy, being distracted by each and everything. But I was really focused, and it was my first attempt. And regarding the paper, I think I did 90 to 92 questions. I attempted all the questions where I could make a conjecture, where I was able to eliminate at least one option. And CSAT, I'm confident of clearing it. Prelims, I don't know. I haven't checked the answer key, but I have a really good chance. And I really want to thank you for these classes, because without these classes, I don't think this would have been possible. I'm a doctor, and the efforts that I had to put over the past few months was more, if not equal to what I had to do for my MBBS graduation. So I really want to thank you for the classes. Thank you.
Okay, good. Varun looks angry. Is that so?
No, not angry, sir. I just want to thank you, sir. You made us to show up. I was just lost hope yesterday, even in the last thing. But today I attempted 95 questions, which I couldn't even imagine I can do this much. Until that time, I thought, okay, let me do this attempt as a last attempt. I'm promising you, I'll complete this attempt and as my last. Both papers went well, sir. And you were coming in between. Calm, Varun. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Actually, it happened like in the every class we discussed. Everybody discussed. Is that they're asking? Is that they're asking? You will be questioning in between. No, no, no. We are discussing, sir. Actually, nobody seen you. You were inside me. Wanted to thank you. That's it.
Well, wonderful. Himanshu, some good news?
Finally, I'm home. I didn't raise my hand. Yeah, like today was such a roller coaster from yesterday evening. I had a booking, it got transferred, then some new hotel, I had to connect with them.
Which
In
city
the
is this?
morning again, booking as in like the hotel I took in nearby because it was 1 hour away from my place.
Okay.
So I went there, and again 20-25 minutes wasted with that guy. He had no clue what is happening. I paid somewhere else. The whole nonsense. I was calm. Okay, no, nothing, no way. Then I gave the paper. I came back again. The same thing. You paid this, that. I lashed out at him for 5 to 10 minutes. Then I again sat for CSAT. Read, did something. Couldn't sleep. But yeah, doing the paper, I was able to do that. And GS I attempted around 90. I found ancient to be like confusing a bit. But yeah, quality was good. Economy was tricky. So yeah, 90 questions in GS. And in CSAT, I was passages were kind of like in assumption questions. In the option, they had given implication. What is given in the passage, same thing or the implication of that. That was very confusing part. That took some time, but around 40-50 minutes passages were done. Then I went on to the math part, and that somehow math was good. Like the question which I had hoped for, like the time and work questions, they were so tricky. Like UPSC has made up its mind, like you just try to attempt this question, you will get nowhere. Mixed fraction is coming and all that nonsense. I wasted 30 seconds. I was like, this won't happen. Otherwise, I won't be able to do anything else. I just left that. I went for blood relations and some even the questions like maximum, minimum type of things. So in CSAT, you had to be selective. Questions were we were able to do, but selectivity was very important. If you get stuck in a wrong question, even if the topic was good, but the question was so bad, especially time and work, if you stayed there, then the whole time would have been gone. So whole time I was like, calm, focus on the prize here. I was like that till the last option eliminated is not over. Till the last moment I have to do. Even up in the last 5 minutes, I did 2 questions for CSAT and they were easy ones. So yeah, 45 in CS, CSAT, and 19 in GS. So hopefully it will be enough.
Okay. Fantastic. Let's hope for the best. Yes, Soumya.
So basically, my problem is that I was in my room. The invigilator told someone that they cannot mark anything on the paper. And since this was my first attempt, I was, following through because I didn't want to mess things up and, get in a troublesome situation. So there are things that I've marked on my paper, but I'm also like, what he told us was that you can rough space and create like whatever answer you're marking, you mark it there instead of the question paper. So it just made me really confused. See, I didn't have the time to go through all of that. So then now it's like I've marked things, but I'm not sure of like I've marked in the actual paper. Like even though I attempted like around 85 questions, it's just like I don't know how will I assess myself now.
Okay, I think that's the beauty with your memory. I think right now you can quickly gauge, think how it went, but do this activity today, right now, after this session. If you delay it until tomorrow, you may forget. So right now, immediately, as soon as you reach home, as soon as this class is over, make sure that you go back to your question paper and then go through it, if time permits. Okay. And I think these days UPSC is also pretty efficient. So they will be announcing results soon anyway. So don't stress. And I may have some homework for you before we begin with our mains preparation. Okay. Anyone else? Now there are 59 of you who did not follow through on my rule. Okay, Srishti has raised her hand. Let's check with her. Cannot hear you, Srishti.
Yeah, sir, actually, I'm on the way to my home. So, sir, I just want to thank you for the courage that you have provided us. And what helped me in the exam was that first is the art of elimination and along with the forming conjectures. This helped me a lot because I clearly have seen that economics like foundation along with foundations, and you just have to make the conjectures, otherwise you would not be able to solve the questions. So sir, yeah, that's helping and I have solved around more than 90 questions, so I'm just looking for the best.
One of my professors, his name was Peter Fisher. And he has been a mentor for a long duration. He taught me a class called Arithmetic of Finance. And I learned all these arts and the way I also conduct my sessions, what Peter Fisher taught me. This art of conjecture, the conclusions, the elimination, it's not just relevant for UPSC. I can bet I know this because I've also applied this in stock markets. It works with public stocks, private companies, and it has made me enormous returns across asset classes. So, of course, you are gaining a lot in the UPSC journey, but 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line, you will also see the relevance of whatever we are learning in the world of finance, the world of economics, the world of private equity or hedge fund. Peter, of course, he worked in hedge fund. I think he was the chairman of BlackRock. Amitosh, off to you.
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm just bit stunned, bit scared. I do not know what I'm feeling right now. Actually, I've checked the answer key, and I got like 58 correct, and that means 88 marks. I attempted all 100, so that's
all 100.
like.
Oh.
Sir,
Were you guessing or were you eliminating?
Sir, I went full ahead with the conjecture approach. Even if I had heard something about that scheme, I could relate into something in my life. I went ahead with it, and I think I went a bit too far.
What was the cutoff last year?
On that, sir, the last year cutoff was 75.
Okay, how much are you scoring right now?
88, but this year they say it will be around 89, 90.
No, I don't think
so. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think I know this may sound weird, and I'm sure right now many YouTubers, many folks are saying paper was easy and sit in the examination hall and then solve. Paper is usually tough in the examination hall. Gets much easier on YouTube videos. So do not get bogged down with those analysis. Okay. Aman, you also look stressed.
No, sir, I'm not stressed. You are audible?
Yes.
Sir, first of all, I want to thank you for your all prelims class session. That was very important. So, when I entered the examination hall, I was very confident that I am clearing the thing. And whole 2 hours, I was saying this to myself. And that mindset really helped me. And I'm so confident that I will clear this. But I have a little bit worried about CSAT. I don't know, sir, whether I will make it or not. I have attempted 60 plus question in CSAT, but I am a little bit worried about CSAT.
Okay, no worries. Let's see. I mean, look at the paper and analyze it, and just keep us informed. Send us an email. Smruti?
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. So this was my second attempt, and I attempted in GS around 84 questions as compared to the last attempt, where I attempted only 55 questions. So this was like the prelims sessions were very transformative. While solving the questions, I didn't even panic for any of the one questions, and I was solving it very calmly. So that was where I was very satisfied. And about CSAT, I solved around 44 or 45 questions. RCs and like most of them were RCs. Maths, I solved some questions. Total was around 44, 45. So I think the attempt was pretty well, and I'm hoping to clear this time.
Fantastic. And are you already in some services? I think you cleared some of the state exams, right?
No, sir.
Oh,
I'm not in services.
Getting confused with someone else. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's come back to my point, my discussion. Now there are 59 of you who did not follow through on my rule. I know this. I posted a WhatsApp group message at what time? I think 1:30 a.m. IST. Some of you started liking it, loving it. See, I will not lie. I love it when you all shout love at us and our team, but you were supposed to rest. You were not supposed to check your WhatsApp, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube until 5 p.m. IST today. I was supposed to be your first date today. You were not supposed to talk to anyone, except, parents are the exception, but not the folks around gallivanting across those corridors. You were supposed to throw away your phones. So my question is, why didn't you do that? Because these things are important. We were not supposed to look at our phone. We're supposed to throw it away. It's okay because I'm sensing good performance. Some of you broke the rule, but let's hope this does not happen very often. But whatever happened. I need to say one thing out loud, that I'm absolutely proud of the remarkable warriors that you have become now. I don't care about results, but I really and genuinely want each one of you to pat yourself on your back. You should do that. We should be our biggest cheerleaders. The last few days, you did not live an ordinary life. You lived a life where you failed. You pivoted then. You changed your routines. You changed your eating habits. You gave up on vices. You adjusted. But most importantly, you showed up. All of you showed up until the last day. So that is a hallmark of a winner. You may win today or tomorrow or day after or after 5 years, but you will win. Regardless of the results, you are already winners in my eye, and I'm 100% sure you will win. Time frame can change, but you will win because you have those skill sets. So today should be all about celebrations. We should celebrate the hard work that we have put in. We should celebrate the learnings, the diligence, the consistency. It's just one piece of paper. It's okay. We would have made some blunders in the examination. I loved one of the answers. You filled in the wrong bubble in one of the MCQs. But then you told yourself, that's the only mistake I will make. I will move ahead. That's the mark of a winner. A loser would have lamented over it. I made a blunder. Now the loser would have ruined the entire paper. So good job. please pat yourself on your back. I cannot do it. I would want to, but I cannot do it. So you should do it on my behalf. See, the AI model is with you. My goal has been to have build your strong foundations and then, of course, do related practice. Make you incredible learners. My goal is to teach you how to learn. Because I do not know when you will have to fight your own battles eventually. So I'm very happy the way you have performed, the way you have looked at it. It's my dream to build thinkers, strategists, resilient minds, minds who do not panic under uncertainty, and they rise with clarity. That's what I want from each one of you. Because that is a skill that will stay with you for your life. Some folks may have worked around some flukes and would have cleared prelims. That does not make them enough. You have prelims, you have mains, you have interviews. After that, you also have the job. Surviving job is not easy. So we trained and we are training and we will train for a beautiful life. That's the goal. I've told you this already that I don't have much going on in my life. You are my only priority. So I will give my heart out. So we are in that phase where I will have this meticulous desire to give my heart out. If you are able to clear this prelims, I will make sure you have no excuse whatsoever to see your name in the list. That's my personal dream, personal desire. When 2025 results are announced, my dream is rank 1 should be from here, rank 2 should be from here. Neither I nor you should leave any stone unturned to achieve that. So our goal is simple from here onwards. We have to train in a way that we score the highest ever marks in the UPSC mains history. That's the goal. I don't care what topper scored last year, because next year you are going to top it up. Your performance in mains, it will now decide your rank, your cadre, your service preferences. So we will have a dedicated session on, I can do it tomorrow, but I also want you to relax. Let me think about it. If we do not have it tomorrow, we'll have it on Wednesday. The time would be around 11:30 a.m. IST. Okay, if it were to happen tomorrow, we will inform you by tonight. And my request would be now get rid of whatever routine you had set. It's fine to change the routine for a few days. We'll come back to the same routine or similar routine closer to your main cycle. So indulge in desserts, talk to parents, watch movies, do whatever you wanted to do, but do that. If you wanted to travel, do that. If you want to, party, do that. But please get on with all the vices and enjoy it to an extent that you don't regret it. Okay, and then we will come back and again with a phased manner, we will prepare for your mains. We have ample time to really score a good score in mains also. I will tell you what all you should do on weekly basis as and when we have that dedicated session. If you do not make this announcement today, we are going to have it on Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. IST. Okay, the link will remain the same. If changes, we'll let you know. Any questions up until now, anyone? You've had a long day because I don't want now to bother you with the next steps. In my mind, I'm clear what we have to do, but I will still hold on to it. Okay, good. To all those who have PSIR optional, you can start indulging in the Netflix of PSIR that we have designed. Okay, we've got to score, aim for 320 plus. Yes, Sean?
Sir, I just had one small doubt. I do not have PSIR option. My optional is history. So should I start preparing accordingly from right now?
No, right? Chill. Today, tomorrow,
I mean,
chill.
from tomorrow,
We'll have a
like
proper session.
tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay.
But
Okay.
yes, you have to score really good in your optional. Goes without saying. It
Okay,
will be a game changer. Okay. Anyone else? Any question? Tanmay?
Public administration here. So I'm very bad at planning things. So I would really appreciate if you could just help me with, uh, just categorizing my day and what time I should do something.
Yeah, we'll do
Because
all
I
that.
don't do that.
We'll do all that. Don't worry. I cannot give you markers on your PubAd. I've not analyzed it. I can do only for PSIR. But we will, of course, talk about what should be the priority. The goal is again simple. We will be lazy. Lazy folks, they maximize outputs, minimize the inputs. That's the goal. That's how we'll study. We do not have infinite time. We have some limited knowledge. The goal is to leverage that knowledge and give the examiner what they care about. Because now things are much more in our control for mains. For prelims, they were in control. For mains, we will be in control. What we are giving them, what they think about us, what they feel about us. All of those feelings, thinking matter. Anyone else? Any other question? Good. So we will meet 100% before Thursday. So we're meeting on Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. IST. If anything changes, we'll inform you tonight and we can catch up tomorrow also. Should we catch up tomorrow? Or I think you should relax, no? At least today you should relax. Let me think, because I would hate it. If someone were to tell me, someone comes in and tells me, you're done with prelims, next day also show up. I would hate it. So I don't want you to think about that. So let's wait. Let's try for Wednesday then. In the meantime, please do not get bothered with ridiculous YouTube videos. Any thoughts, anyone? Or if you're anxious, we can meet tomorrow also. I'm also confused. If anyone has any thoughts, I'm ready to listen and we can plan accordingly. Yes, Paramanand.
Sir, I think the best thing is to enjoy this time, like like 2 days at least to enjoy, because I think for 2 to 3 weeks it was very stressful, like even the last one. So I think we should enjoy for 2 days at least.
So Paramanand has taken a decision. We'll follow through on that decision. We'll meet on Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. IST. Okay. Please enjoy with all your heart, because next few months will be you've got to work hard, because those months will decide your rank. I'm not kidding. The way you perform in your mains will decide your rank, your services, and everything. I don't want you to be in a situation that you get into some allied services and you end up writing the examination multiple times. Not worth it. Okay, so see you all on Wednesday. Good luck.